What's going on, guys? It's Swifty Chaos, and today I'm bringing you the next part in my series of Diary of a Disabled Gamer. I almost couldn't say that right, but anyways, I was going to bring you originally the next part in that Firefight series from that first video, but I accidentally deleted it. I know I'm a bad person for that, but you know, the gameplay doesn't really matter. But I popped in Halo 3 ODST and played some Firefight to give it a little bit, you know, a little bit something different to watch. But it's not about the gameplay; it's about the commentary. Gameplay is just something for you to look at instead of a black screen. But anyways, last video I talked about my disability and how I was diagnosed, and I touched briefly on high school and middle school, and I think that was it really. But when I watched it over again, I got the impression, at least from my perspective, I don't know if you did, that I felt like I was saying how high school and middle school was so bad for me, and that it was basically the worst time of my life, um, which I don't think it was. I think it was kind of a normal high school experience, you know, where you get picked on, and you know, you have your good times and your bad times, and but yeah, I don't think it was that bad. But today I wanted to talk about friendships and relationships throughout high school and middle school. And first of all, I wanted to talk about friendships that I had. And you know, I made a decent amount of friends. I wouldn't say that I was, you know, socially awkward, or you know, didn't talk to anybody. I could make friends pretty easily. I think I'm a, you know, good enough, you know, talker to at least talk to people. But one thing that I always struggled with was, you know, hanging out with people outside of school and things like that, because the thing, at least, that I always worried about was, what about if they do something that I can't do? Like, what about, like, for example, I had 4 friends that lived in my neighborhood, and we were, you know, we were always hanging out, talking at school and on the bus and everything. And one day they came to my house and said, you know, we're gonna go into the woods and, you know, make a little play paintball field, you know, because we all paintballed and we enjoyed it. And so I was like, yeah, of course. And so we got there, and one of my friends was like, Brent, can you help me move this log? You know, it was a big old log, like, it was a tree that fell over, and I was just like, well, I could try. And, you know, I have the problem with not telling people, you know, what the situation is, and I just try to hide it as best I could. And, it really is a problem for me. Even to this day, I don't like to talk about it, I guess you could say. You know, outside of family-wise, I mean, friends, it's just, you know, when you try to describe it to people, it's, at least for me, they always look at me like they don't understand, and I get that. It's hard to understand, you know, what you don't, like, I don't know how to say it. It's just hard to understand if you don't have the disability, you know. And I think that's why it was really hard for me to get, you know, girlfriends and stuff like that in high school and middle school. I had 4 or 5, you know, going throughout high school and middle school, and honestly, I never told them that I had a disability. And you know, except for the last girlfriend that I had, and I actually married her. But we'll get to that later in the next video. But yeah, I don't know if they ever wondered. They never asked, but it was always just like, I always wondered if they were talking about me, and you know, because I would see them like, hanging out with their little group of girls, and looking at me, and you know, obviously whispering about me, but um, I just went through high school and middle school. After a few girlfriends, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna be me, and if the right girl falls into place, then you know, I'll jump on it. Not sexually perverts, but um, in the sense of dating. Um, but I'll talk about my wife that I got in a later video. But today I just wanted to talk about friendships. But anyways, guys, it's Swifty Chaos, and I'll see you guys next time.